Hey, good morning. There we go. Sorry about that. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the start to say, gosh, the ham radio kids say, well, I am having a hard time these last couple of days. I don't know if you've seen it. I've gotten all discombobulated here. I switched streaming providers, and when you get used to things just kind of laid out a certain way, you kind of go back to muscle memory there, and that's what I've been doing. And unfortunately, it's causing me problems because I think now I'm having to think about things that I wouldn't normally have had to think about. And uh, here we are. So good morning. I am back out here at the Morgan Monroe State Forest. We are going to be doing a live Parks on the Air activation this morning. I did take this opportunity by changing stream providers or streaming partners, allowing me to utilize some other functions. And it was there in Restream, but kind of resparked an interest. And so we are now also live streaming on Twitch and Instagram, which I do occasionally if I remember to turn that on. It doesn't start automatically, unfortunately. And also, we are on the Facebooks and Instagram and X too. So obviously, the mission of all this is to introduce amateur radio and the concepts of STEM and everything to the general masses. There's a lot of us that will get together here every Sunday, and we've been in the hobby for a while. Some for a very long time, some for just a couple of years, but nonetheless, we have this fun and in this shared interest in amateur radio. But it's a hobby, and it's also a means to practically see um, some of the concepts that we learned in school that we may not have otherwise understood because we didn't have something practical to put our hands on. Uh, those of you who've been knowing me for a while, you'll have heard me say this, but um, I'm not exactly the best book smarted person out there. So book smarts, yes, I can read and have an engineering mind, but I'm not the guy that can just sit there and read a book on a subject I have no comprehension of and suck that stuff in because I don't have a frame of reference. So I've always been somebody that has just gone out and put my hands into it, done it, figured out where the hangups were, and then I went back because now I have a frame of reference to start, querying against to find out where those problems are, so I can absorb and get the knowledge that I need to work around that issue. That is always a way that I've navigated, and in high school, it didn't do me very well because they had a very specific way of you needing to learn and things that you needed to learn. Uh, Today, my kids, kids today in school go through a kind of a different process. STEM is now very prevalent in a lot of schools, and it's through the efforts of our friend Steve Goodgame and the people at the Teachers Institute and the ARRL who do those things. So I will take just a minute to suggest that you go to the ARRL's website, specifically donate to STEM, I think is what it is, arrl.com or .org/donate to STEM. And Dave, if you don't mind, could you probably throw that link up in the chat? $5, $10, set up a reoccurring donation. Either way, that money is directed specifically to Steve's program at the ARRL and is used to teach the teachers how they can use an activity like amateur radio to go back and teach the principles of STEM in a classroom to help the kids. And I tell you what, as a parent who has watched my kids go through stuff like this, as an adult scout leader who has worked with kids for the last 15 years and watching them go through those steps and seeing it, it's definitely a worthy cause to support. So that's my 2 cents. And Dave, thank you. Dave put that in the chat there. So I would recommend it. And it is a tax deductible donation. So if you donate to that, and funds going to that through there are what they call directed. I think that's the correct term, meaning that they go specifically for supporting this initiative and not to like a general fund. I know some people have, a rub with the ARRL, and I understand that. But in this particular case, this is going to a very specific function. And last weekend, Josh, Ham Radio Crash Course, and several other YouTubers got together and did about a 13-hour long fundraiser. I think they raised in excess of $20,000. Jason Ham Radio 2.0 did something similar a few months back on his live stream, and once again, very good cause to support that. So let's switch over here now. One positive thing I found about StreamYard is that I'm able to embiggen the comments on the studio here a little bit better, and so I can actually read that, or not having to do the old man thing where I'm getting up and staring at the screen. So let's just zip through here. POTA Boy, good morning. Got Cooley checking in this morning. Good morning, Cooley. Dave Hillbilly Ham checking in, and Dave is in the Springfield, Missouri area, and we'll get an opportunity to meet up with Dave here soon. There's a whole group of us heading out to the More Expo, and that is in Dave's backyard. More Overlanding Expo, which is a fun thing to do. There's a whole group of us to get together and meet up there and go camping for the weekend. We camp on property and hang out and have a good time doing ham radio stuff. And somewhere in there we get to the More Expo. But Dave's club sets up shop there, brings out their trailer, does a whole presentation on amateur radio and everything, and how it's used in emergency communications and stuff. So it's a good thing. So Whiskey Zero Uniform Quebec Juliet checking in there. Good morning. One thing, I don't know, I think some people have seen it. YouTube has changed how they are displaying the names. It used to be the display name what they would throw in there, and not the channel name, the actual at whatever. And so it's been a little confusing. Let's see here. Robert's checking in from Alabama this morning. Good morning, Robert. I will say this, and I think, I feel like I went back and I did a live stream, just kind of an impromptu stream here yesterday, just to make sure that everything was in line and working. And I went back and watched it, and I do feel like the image quality looked a lot better through there. And so I don't know if it was just throughput or what. Once again, not knocking the other service. My issue is another thing, but technically I think they both do good. But it'll be interesting. Dave says 18,000 plus without matches was the last number that he saw. And actually, if you go to Josh's live stream for that, down in the description, there's a link specifically to donate through that initiative of Josh's fundraiser. So you can do that too. That's another route to do that. But there were matches. The fundraising team at the ARRL, I believe the gentleman's name is Kevin, as a professional development officer, they'll routinely reach out to people who are interested in donating, but like to take their dollars that they're going to donate and do some of these fun initiatives, like, if you raise X amount of dollars, I will match it. And they kind of use that as a motivator to, for somebody to sell in that sense of, hey, if we can get to $10,000, we've got somebody that will match this, right? So it gives people kind of a target to shoot for, and that, hey, if we cross the finish line, kind of thing, we'll do good. So awesome stuff there. So let's see, who else did we got here? Whiskey 9 Foxtrot Hotel Charlie checking in, and Steve, good morning. Whiskey Zero Oscar Golf Whiskey setting up at 1293 the Caledon State Park. So make sure you get them in your ham alert. And I think we did this last weekend too. You were set up there and doing. I think we worked on 40 and 20, if I'm not mistaken. So Teddy checking in. Whiskey Alpha 4 Tango Echo Delta checking in from Facebook this morning. So good. We're getting comments coming in from some of the other platforms. And I think that is it. We are now officially international. Good morning, Andy. Checking in from the other side of the pond there. So fun week this week. I think last week, I may not have done it. I've had some issues with the ATOS and not being able to tune. And it was around the 40-meter band. And sometimes one of the common things is just you don't have a good ground. And so grounding can be an issue with the ATOS. I've got a pretty good ground on here, not the best, and probably could always be better, right? But this actually seemed like a mechanical issue. So I took the ATOS off, put it back on the bench, and opened it up, and I found an issue. And if you're not, actually, I don't think I have the PDF. Gosh darn it. So I guess I can swing around to the camera here. So if you look at the ATOS, it is a traditional inductive coil antenna, no different than like a Wolf River coil or one of the res antennas, or just anyone. So it's a coil. It's an inductive coil that sits there, and you tap into it in certain places to electrically make your antenna longer or shorter, which will then give it the more ideal resistance is not gosh darn it, somebody help me out in the chat. I am not thinking too good here this morning. Impedance, there we go. Impedance is to give it the ideal impedance that you would need for a SWR match. And so that outer jacket there goes up and down, and essentially what that is it just protects. There's a coil, so instead of thinking like your Wolf River coil or something where you slide the collar up and down to match that, what happens is you've got essentially a fixed collar that is the inner thing underneath the outer sleeve there, and then the coil sits in the center that then goes up to the thing, and the coil is what goes up and down. Around that sleeve is 3 tabs, and each tab has there. It's like a spring-loaded tab, and each tab has essentially a ball bearing in it underneath it that is pressing down, and it will then touch the coil, and that's the tap that does that. I'm gonna probably go ahead and take this thing off when I get home and shoot another video. Um, what had happened was, and so you've got the 3 tabs that go around the circumference of the outer perimeter of the coil, um, 2 ball bearings each. And what had happened, one of those ball bearings had gone through the thing and got down inside. And that I don't know how it got in there. Hopefully it won't do it again. But that's what happened. And somewhere in there, that ball bearing got in and was not allowing the antenna to fully extend to the position that it needed to get to the lower bands. And so this antenna itself is rated 40 meters up through 70 sim. So the for the lower bands, it needs to go up higher. And um, so that's, yeah, it was being mechanically bound up, and that was causing a problem. What I found was there were a couple videos that I found on YouTube about how to pull that thing apart. Most of those videos were 7, 8 years old, so I think both of them were. So they were filmed not in high definition, just standard definition, and the audio was there was a lot of background noise, stuff like that. I found a couple interesting things that you wouldn't normally think about in having to pull this thing apart. One, it needing a variable power supply, so you could introduce a voltage to the antenna to get it to open and close. And when you don't have your radio, it's interesting. One video that I looked at, a guy was using a 897, a T897, so it kind of gives you an idea how old the video was. And he had it in service mode, which allowed you to send the antenna up and down. And then another gentleman had rigged a variable power supply, and that's what I did to get that to do that. So good morning, Joe, checking in from Georgia this morning. So I went through that process and cleaned the antenna up. I mean, it obviously it's loosely covered. I mean, it's made out of aluminum and copper, so it's not necessarily going to rust, but there could be some corrosion. So you just kind of go through and make sure that everything's fine. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get a video together on that, and do that. So that'll be it, I think. We've got at work, I work in a high paced multiple data centers, and so we're obviously a 24/7 shop, and I've got guys that we do stuff around the clock. But one of the things that we try to avoid is doing stuff at the end of the year. The last thing that we want to do is cause a problem by in doing maintenance and then causing issues for other people. So we generally, right now in the month of December, or basically Thanksgiving, we do a soft freeze right now, and we just evaluate it, and we will do maintenance if it's something that needs to be done. If updates come out, security vulnerabilities, things like that we need to address, we will do that. If it's something that doesn't necessarily need to be done, or the CVE score isn't very high, um, we'll weigh it out and decide if it's worth the risk. And with that, my workload drops considerably, which is good. I'm going to take probably the last 2 weeks of the year off, and enjoy that time with my kids, and go out and do some of these projects. So that'll probably be when I film that video. I think there's a lot of people that still use the antenna. I think I know it's a combination with the 891 that I recommend, for portable operations, and in your vehicle and stuff like that. And everybody's a little bit different. Like here where I live, it's cold out right now. It's in the 30s. Not necessarily want to be out in the cold. But then somebody like Mike, Kate, and MRD, who has mild winters but extremely hot summers, and he may not want to be out in do a POTA activation in the middle of the day, and so he's doing the opposite. So yeah. All right, so let's find a frequency. I'm going to try 40 meters. Obviously that's where I usually start. And once again, because we are streaming on a couple different new platforms today, I do want to just give the thing. We are in the park here, inside the Morgan Monroe State Forest, and I am participating in a program called Parks on the Air. And you can go to POTA.app to find out more about that. But the concept of it is, as an amateur radio operator, I take my gear and I move myself into the boundaries of the park, and try to make contacts. I log those contacts and then upload those to the website. There are a couple other programs out there, Summits on the Air, uh, Beaches on the Air, Lighthouses on the Air. There's a lot of these that do something very, uh, very similar. Good morning, Jody. Yeah, StreamYard's looking good. Um, but all of those, the point is to get out and activate portably. Um, it has been a big driver of a lot of new people getting licensed in amateur radio. It is something that had just kind of started, POTA specifically had just kind of started right before COVID, and I think a lot of people used it, like myself, as an excuse to get out. I mean, you can go out to these things. I'm in a 23,000 acre forest. I could operate anywhere inside the boundaries of it and still considered to be, acceptable in the program. And then we can do that. So what that does is it gives me an opportunity to get out, and like right now I am live streaming here at the lake. So it's kind of a shot from the front here. Here's another one. I want to get the white balance of the camera straightened out. So that's what I'm looking at. Now I'm doing this inside the car, and but there are people who will set up. I've got the um, I've got the appropriate equipment to do it. A good one a lot of people will use is something like a ice fishing shed, pop up that's insulated. You can put a buddy heater out there and have fun. So, all right, Jody, thank you for checking in. Gonna get a good sleep there, my friend. Um, and you can go out and do it. There are groups of people that get together around the clock, around the world now. This has become an international thing, and are getting together and doing parks on air activations together, and having a good time, and that social aspect. And I tell you, I think one of the things that I observed about 6, 7 years ago. I've been licensed for a little over 10 years. But one of the things I noticed as e-commerce evolved, you used to go, you'd have to go to like a ham radio store, and there's a few of them out there, physical brick and mortar stores, ham radio outlet, DX Engineering, R&L. If you're in certain areas, Gigaparts, if you're down in the Huntsville area. So you have physical stores to do that. But as e-commerce has come around, the need to go to like a ham fest has diminished. And one of the things that has been big at ham fest is this ability to socialize, get in there. It's the eyeball QSO, as they call it. The eyeball confirmation, that face-to-face contact. As people that talk over the radio, you get to do that, but it's the face-to-face thing. And I think as the internet and amateur radio got more involved, but before like live streaming of the amateur radio things, I think people started to miss that. And where I think POTA has really excelled. SOTA, little different. It's more of a, I'm not going to say it's an individual type thing, because there are groups of people that will hike up to do a summit activation, but there are parks everywhere, state, federal, provincial parks, crown, if you're up in Canada, that are in the system, except for Virginia, which I don't know all about yet, but that are in the system that you can go out to, right? But summits are very limited. Like I have 4 here in Indiana, and I think 3 of them are on private property, so it's not easily obtainable. But this brought back that social aspect too of getting out and doing that, and plus you're outdoors, and God, like I showed here. I mean, that's what I'm looking at right now out of the front of my car. So, all right. But let's get on the air, and we can do some stuff here. So let's I'm going to bring some things in here. So I'm going to set the radio up for, oh, what'd be nice. And so the antenna now is moving up to find that location there to make a good electrical match. Let's leave it there for just a minute. And get our logging program here. I think I'd love to do is this allows me to do some multiple stages, is to maybe try to set, if I could trigger the camera to move to the antenna when I switch stages and do specifically that view. I don't know if I can link those two together, but I'm going to work on that. So let's get a new log opened up here. And if I was using a resource that had a GPS in it, I would not have to type this in. It would have found it for me. Go ahead and put my favorite 40 meter frequency in, just huh. Okay. Oh, it says nobody spotted, but I feel like I'm not getting. Feel like I'm not getting connected there. It looks like there are people. So I'll make sure I don't land on somebody's. Well, that's CW. That's FT8. That's out of the country. And it looks like there's somebody on 194. Sorry, guys. CW 203. All right. Let's see what we got here. I'll just... There we go. Some spots coming in. All right. Is this frequency in use? November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot. Winston, located. Is this frequency in use? November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot. Is the frequency in use? November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot.
Do you copy KQ4 or YYN down here in Georgia watching YouTube stuff? NW9.
KK4 YYN QSL.
Kilo Quebec 4, Yankee November, over.
Kilo Quebec 4, Yankee November. Joe, good morning. 5151.
You're 5-5 in Georgia, sir. 5-5 in Georgia, sir.
All right, thanks for 5-5. Have a great day today and 73, my friend. CQ Parks on the air. CQ Parks on the air. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by.
Kilo Echo 6, Great American Eagle. Kilo Juliet 5, Romeo Tango.
Kilo Echo 6, Great American Eagle. Dave, good morning, 5-9.
Hey, good morning, Tim. I got you 5-7 this morning, but I got some noise here around my house, so I got to do some searching. But definitely hearing you, no problem, though.
All right, sounds good, my friend. Tell your neighbors to turn off the Christmas lights.
I wish that was the problem. It's only right around certain frequencies, so I actually think it's in the house, so I got to go on a hunt.
All right, sounds good, my friend. Have a great day today in 73.
73. Thanks for being out there activated, Tim.
All righty, thank you. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot QRZ.
Kilo Juliet. Tango Echo Delta.
The Kilo Juliet station.
Kilo Juliet 5, Romeo Tango.
Kilo Juliet 5, Romeo Tango. James, good morning, 5-9.
TSL, I'll give you a 5-1 here in Alpha Romeo.
I copied the 5-1 into Arkansas this morning, my friend. Have a great day today in 73.
73.
All right, thank you. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot QRZ.
Whiskey Alpha 4, Tango Echo Delta.
Whiskey Alpha 4, Tango Alpha Delta. I'm sorry, Echo Delta. Terry, good morning, 5-9. Oh, sorry, Teddy. Whiskey Alpha 4, Tango Echo Delta. Teddy, good morning, 5-9.
Yes, sir. You're also 5-9 in Tango November.
Thank you for Tennessee this morning, my friend. Have a great day today in 73.
73. Good.
All right, thank you. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot QRZ. CQ Parks on the air. CQ Parks on the air. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by.
Kilo Delta 8, Lima Hotel Radio.
Kilo Delta 8, Lima Hotel Romeo. Sunny, good morning. 5-5.
Good morning, Tim. I got you about a 5x4, 54 today. Thank you for picking me up. 73.
All right, thank you. Have a great day today and POTA on, my friend. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot QRZ. CQ POTA, CQ POTA. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. I got a very faint, sounded like Oscar Golf whiskey in there. Yeah, I copied the 5-5. I did not catch the park number. What was the full call again? All right, Whiskey 4, Oscar Golf Whiskey. Copied the 5-5 into Uncle Sam 1293. You're a little light right now. 4-5 into US 4215. All right, sounds good, my friend. I got you in the log too. Have a great activation in 73. All right, thank you. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot QRZ. CQ POTA, CQ POTA. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. Morning, Douglas. CQ POTA, CQ POTA. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. All right, last call for 40 meters. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot QRZ. All right, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot going QSY to 20 meters. Yeah, cool. It sounded like yeah, you know how the bands go, man. You know how they go. Sometimes you can hear your neighbors and sometimes you can't. 40 meters is definitely interesting. And the funny thing is if I was probably 20 feet over, I'd been a little sarcastic here, but if I was 20 feet over, I'd probably it'd probably make the difference. And Doug, I agree. I think everybody, I got my Buc-ee's cup here, not sponsored, by the way. I feel like I have to say that, not sponsored. I got my Buc-ee's cup here, and I'm going to drink it. All right, so let's find a 20 meter frequency. And I'm going to get a little more on the ball here. All right, I'm just looking at the live viewers. So I'm seeing that we've got live views in X, the bulk of them here on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. So we got some people watching on Twitch today too. So welcome, everybody. All right, so now I have tuned the antenna for at least the 20-meter band. So let's get back on that, and then we will put in my favorite 20-meter frequency to see what we got for spots here. So quite a bit more stations on 20 meters, and obviously at this time of day, probably the EU is coming in, so we need to pay a little bit more attention when I go look for a frequency that I may be able to potentially interfere with somebody over in EU. I wouldn't worry about that on 40 meters, but right now, but I would definitely worry about it here on 20. I honestly like to go lower in the band. Now I want to make sure that I'm staying the general portion, but the lower end of the general portion. And the reason I do that, honestly, is to get my in the spotting program. I mean, some people do it by time. I do it by frequency. But it gets me in the top of the list. Does that get me anywhere? I don't know. So a station I can't hear right now is there's a station on 14241. I can't hear them, but in Vermont. But I don't want to. I want to get a little bit of room. So I see. Yes, I see. We're watching here. You're obviously not smart enough to know that doesn't bother me. Is this frequency in use? November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot. Is the frequency in use? November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot. CQ Parks on the air. CQ Parks on the air. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. See you, David. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. Station ending in Japan. Was that Whiskey Zero United Papa Japan? All right, Whiskey Zero United Queen Japan. Kelly, good morning. 5555.
In Southwest Missouri. You're right at the bottom of my voice.
Roger, my friend. I copied to 3-3 into Missouri this morning. Have a great day today in 73.
7-3.
All right, thank you. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, yours, Ed.
Kilo Juliet 5, Romeo Tango.
Kilo Japan 5, Romeo Tango. James, 5-9 for a new band.
QSL the 5-9, you got a beautiful 5-9 here down Romeo.
All right, thank you for the 5-9 in Arkansas, my friend. Have a great day today in 73.
73.
All right, thank you. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, yours, Ed.
Charlie.
Station ending in Charlie.
Kilowatt 5, Sugar, Victor, Charlie.
Kilo 5, Sugar Victor Charlie. Frank, good morning, 5-9.
QSL got the 5-9, you're also 5-9 Mississippi.
All right, thank you for Mississippi this morning. Have a great day today in 73. Thank you. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, yours, Ed. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by.
Give me just keep up.
It is the frequency in use, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot. It is the frequency in use, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by.
Kilo Juliet 4, Papa November Alpha.
Kilo Juliet 4, Papa November Alpha. John, good morning, 5-9.
Good morning, you're 5-9 Arkansas.
All right, thank you for Arkansas this morning, my friend. Have a great day today in 73.
73, good luck.
All right, thank you. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, yours, Ed. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by.
November 1, Mike Hotel Victor.
The November 1 station.
November 1, Mike Hotel Victor.
November 1, Mike Hotel Victor. Bob, good morning, 5-9.
Roger that, Tim. I'll get you about a 5 and 8 down here in Georgia. 5-8 Georgia, brother.
I copied 5-8 into Georgia, my friend. Have a great day today in 73.
Right, 73.
All right, thank you. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, yours, Ed.
November 1, Whiskey Lima Delta.
November 1, Whiskey Lima Delta. Wayne, good morning, 5-9 plus.
Roger, thanks for the 5-9 plus. Got you at 5 and 7. 5 and 7, Southwestern Maine.
All right, thank you for Maine this morning. Have a great day today in 73.
Thanks for the activation. Good luck.
All right, thank you. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, yours, Ed. Kilo Delta 3, Alpha Hotel Lima. Josh, 5-9.
Copy that, QSL. I want to give you back about 5 seconds. It's a little quiet, but I can still make you out really good, man. Thanks for your activation out there.
All right. Thank you for 5-7, my friend. Have a great day today in 73. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, yours Ed.
Whiskey 4, Papa Hotel Charlie.
Whiskey 4, Papa Hotel Charlie. Philip, good morning, 5-9.
Good morning. You're a good 5-7 in the north end of Gulf Alpha.
All right. Thank you for Georgia this morning. Have a great day today in 73.
You do the same. Thanks for activating.
All right. Thank you. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, yours Ed.
Bravo 4, Kilo November.
The Kilo November station.
Alpha Bravo 4, Kilo November.
Alpha Bravo 4, Kilo November. George, good morning, 5-5.
Roger. And you're also 5-5 in Georgia, Tim, 73, FI.
All right, 73, my friend. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, yours Ed. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by.
November 5, Romeo Echo Whiskey.
November 5, Romeo Echo Whiskey. Richard, good morning, 5-9.
Roger, you're about a 5-7 this morning into North Texas. Thanks for being out there in 73.
All right, thank you for Texas this morning, my friend. Have a great day today in 73. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, yours Ed.
Whiskey 4, Oscar Golf Whiskey, Park.
Whiskey 4, Oscar Golf Whiskey. George, you are 5-9 this time on the new band.
Copy 5-9. Got you 5-9 both ways here, Tim, on the 20-meter band. Sounding good here into Victor Alpha, US 1293, Caledon State Park.
I got the 5992 Uncle Sam 1293, my friend. Thank you for the contact. Have a great activation today in 73.
You as well, Tim, man. Keep it on.
All right, put on, my friend. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, yours Ed. Hey, have a safe trip there, buddy, and do some POTA activations while you're out there. CQ Parks on the air. CQ Parks on the air. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by.
Whiskey 5, Radio India, Papa.
Whiskey 5, Radio India, Papa. Randy, good morning, 5-9.
Yeah, you're 5-9 into Oklahoma.
All right, thank you for Oklahoma this morning. Have a great day today in 73, my friend.
73, good luck.
All righty, thank you. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, yours Ed. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by.
Kilo Tango 4, Bravo Echo Charlie.
Kilo Tango 4, Bravo Echo Charlie. Good morning, 5-9.
Morning, you're 5-9 here as well.
All right, I copied the 5-9, my friend. Have a great day today in 73.
73.
All right, thank you. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, yours Ed.
Kilo Quebec 4, Golf Papa Tango.
Kilo Quebec 4, Golf Papa Tango. Jason, good morning, 5-5.
5-6 North Carolina, thanks, Tim.
All right, thank you for North Carolina, my friend. Have a great day today in 73. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, yours Ed. Kilo Delta 3, Alpha Juliet Yankee. William, good morning, 5-9.
I got you on 5-3.
All right, thank you for Pennsylvania. Have a great day today in 73.
73.
All right, thank you. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, yours Ed.
November 4, Tango Romeo Delta.
November 4, Tango Romeo Delta. Max, good morning. You are 5-9.
Good morning, Tim. 5-9 North Carolina. Thanks for activating. 73.
All right, 73, my friend. I gotta go here and shut down for a bit. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, QRT. Oh, just all the time there. So let me get this closed out. All right. So let's get rid of the radio here. So not a bad day. 22 Qs in about 19 minutes. 2 park-to-parks, same station, on 2 different bands. So we had 6 Qs on 40 meters, and we had 16 Qs on 20 meters. 13 of the 50 U.S. states are represented today, and unfortunately, no DX or Canadian provinces or states in Mexico that we made contact with, or nobody over in Europe. But looking at the map, here is the breakdown of where we're at. Blue dots are 40 meters and green dots are 20 meters. So these are approximate locations. If you're looking at this for the first time and wondering what it is, obviously here's my location in Indiana. They're based on a grid square coordinate, so it's not like exact, but it's within 10 miles maybe. And it is based on the address that's associated with the call sign. So there are some people who might have two homes and their license is based in Ohio or something, but they're operating out of Florida, and it might come up and show that they're in Ohio versus operating in Florida. So there is some skew in there, but this is what we were looking at this morning. As far west is North Texas, Oklahoma. As far south is looks like central Louisiana, and as far north is east there is Portland, Maine. So the bands just kind of depend on how the atmosphere and the ionosphere feels that day. So it's crapshoot is got some negative connotation to it, but it is a crapshoot in the sense that how is the band going to behave today? And a lot of it, just you're not going to know until you get out there and try it. There's a lot of predictive sources out there or resources that are available on the internet. There's things called the MUF, the maximum usable frequency, but although there may be some validity based on past performance in those, at the end of the day, none of those will 100% guarantee how the band is going to be. And the best thing you can do is just get out there and go do it. Right. So have fun, guys. I'm going to get out of here in just a minute. Big Jim and T.O. will be doing ham church here on Jim's channel. So make sure you go over there and tell him the fat guy with the beard sent you. And let me see if I can't post this a few times here. I think that went out to, looks like it's posting to every one it'll wrap through. So go to that link, check those guys out, and we can talk here. Yep. Fat guy with a beard. That seems to be maybe a uniform for ham radio operators. But you guys have a get this out of here. You guys have a great day. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Spend time with your family. Enjoy the holidays. Share this content with the channel. If you haven't done so already, get subscribed, and we will talk to you later. Take care. 73, everybody.